Okay, let's explain this question right here. 29-year-old woman goes to the emergency department with shortness of breath, orthopnea, paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea for the last 3 weeks. She also has an increased fatigue, swelling in her ankles. She gave birth to a baby girl 6 weeks ago. Pregnancy is uneventful. Blood pressure 108. Heart rate is 102. Respiratory rate is 20. JVD is noted. And auscultation reveals an S3 gallop. Lower extremities have pitting edema. What is the pathology for this person's condition? All right. So this person has peripartum cardiomyopathy. It's a type of heart failure that happens in late pregnancy or shortly after giving birth. What happens is the heart becomes really weak and stretched out. It's dilated, and so it can't pump blood if it's dilated, and that's called systolic dysfunction. Doctors think that it might be due to autoimmune condition, and so the mom's autoimmune condition is where you'll attack your own heart cells, and other problems might be like hormone changes or oxidative stress or poor blood supply. So worsened heart muscle, you can't pump. So then the blood, if you can't pump, it'll back up into the lungs and the legs. Like think if it's like the left side of your heart, left ventricular dilation, then it'll back up into the lungs and then also the legs and cause shortness of breath and swelling in the legs and fatigue and crackles. The S3 sound you can hear, and JVD on the exam. So basically what you'll see is going to be your dilated heart chambers on an echocardiogram, and the poor plumbing, the low ejection fraction. It's not going to be able to get much out, and just weakness of the heart. So, high blood pressure, hypertension causes the heart to thicken, not stretch out. So it's going to be a different type of heart failure. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy shows the thick septum that causes fainting but not leg swelling. The heart attack causes damage to one area of the heart, not the whole heart. And so that wouldn't be here. Valve problems like aortic stenosis, that would take years to cause this kind of failure and would have a very loud murmur. And so, just after giving birth, some women get heart failure because the immune system damages their heart and it becomes weak and floppy, peripartum cardiomyopathy. So the S3 sound is that extra beat. It's like a lub-da-da, lub-da-da. It's a ventricular gallop, and it happens right after the heart relaxes, so early diastole. So the blood rushes and it is very full or stretched out ventricle, and so the heart is like weak and floppy, and it pours into the ventricle super fast, and so the ventricle is too stretched out and it vibrates, and that vibration when the blood hits is the S3 sound. And so it's you could hear this sometimes like in kids and young adults, like their hearts are pretty flexible, so it's no big deal. But here the woman's heart is dilated and weak, so it's really concerning, and it's best heard with the bell of the stethoscope at the apex, the bottom of the heart, when they're lying on their left side. So the S3 sound is due to if they have a systolic heart failure. And trying to think of what else. Dilated cardiomyopathy is the most important part of this question. So then looking at the answer choices, do you know which one it is? Which one would you pick? So it's going to be an autoimmune mediated myocardial inflammation following pregnancy, right? Because she has that dyspnea, orthopnea, she's got JVD, she's got S3 gallop, peripheral edema, pulmonary rails, that's dilated cardiomyopathy. So that's pretty much all we got. Hopefully this is helpful. If it was, like and subscribe.